why is it a foundational issue for Trump that Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon? Why is this something that the U.S. should be involved in? Why are we allied with Israel?
He says because they chant death to America.
They chant death to America. I went to Iran in 2014. I was sitting at a rally. These young guys were chanting death to America. I had a minder. I said, what are they saying? They're saying death to America. They finished the chant, and two young men came over and said, are you American? I said, yes. We want to welcome you to our country. We love American culture and love American movies. They wanted to talk about all these things. Iran is the most Western nation in the whole Middle East. We have much more in common with them than a lot of countries that we do have alliances with.
Dale Jackson here for Yellow Hammer Now, and it looks like we have a bunch of people in this country who do not understand what is happening. Here's what is happening. We had a country in the Middle East known as Iran that wanted to get a nuclear bomb so they could use it on another country known as Israel. Israel is one of our allies, and Iran has gone out of their way to attack our soldiers over the last 4 decades plus. And we're just supposed to allow them to get a nuclear weapon. Now, intelligence tells us that they were trying to get nuclear weapons, and we could not allow that. Our ally in the Middle East, Israel, was engaged in a proxy war with them that turned into a straight-up war. October 7th lit the match for this. That was a calculation that I'm guessing the Iranians would love to have back, but they don't. They can't have it back. They started that. Now Hamas has been marginalized. Hezbollah has been essentially wiped out for the time being. You have the Houthis doing stuff in Yemen, but they are severely limited as well. Iran's proxies exist, but they are weakened because the state of Iran now has other issues to deal with inside its own country. So this was the time to strike. Iran is not a good guy. Iran is not the victim here. They are the bad guy. Yet this is what you're going to start seeing in the United States of America. A bunch of stupid Americans saying, we're with you, Iran. We've got your back.
No more U.S. attacks.
No more U.S. attacks.
Iran, we got your back.
Iran, we got your back.
No more U.S. attacks.
No more U.S. attacks.
Iran, we got your back.
Iran, we got your back.
Now, a vast majority of this hatred comes from the fact that Americans have been fed a steady diet of America is the worst over the last 30 years. There is some of this that is basically anyone that's going after the Jews is good by us. Yeah, that's coming from Americans as well. But the simple fact of the matter is this. They are a very loud, small minority of the country. Yes, they'll go out there and yell in the streets. Yes, they'll sit on their desks on cable news stations and network news stations and deliver their garbage. But a vast majority of Americans believe that Donald Trump did the right thing by taking out these nuclear sites. Hopefully, he will be wildly successful, and that will be the end of it. However, that is not guaranteed. There is a risk involved in all of these things, and I think most Americans understand that risk. What they do not understand is why their fellow countrymen is rooting against their country. And the American left has been doing this for decades, and I think a vast majority of people in the middle and on the right are sick of it.